Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. Today I was thinking of, well, this has actually been on my mind on why we get drawn to nostalgia of older games. And I know we've discussed this topic at many different times throughout the course of this channel in different ways about either, mainly about Minecraft beta and all that kind of stuff. But I kind of dug deeper into it the last couple weeks of why we are drawn back to old games. And don't get me wrong, I really do think nostalgia does play a factor into it. Reminiscing on older days, and I always thought that was like the main element of it, like almost 90% of why we like these older games so much, at least in this space on YouTube and whatever the case may be. But I think there might be more to it than that. And this is just a theory. This is I'm talking like this is like a scientific investigation. I'm like acting like it's all serious and stuff, which it is kind of. I mean, I enjoy talking about this stuff, so yeah. But I always like to joke around and I don't take myself too seriously. But I think there is more to it than just nostalgia, and I wanted to dive into that today. I think for me, I looked at myself. I was like, why would I play a game that's what is this? 2011 or 2010 was when this version came out. 15 years ago. That's insane. I could not imagine. I'm trying to think of myself in like 2010 playing a game that was 15 years old. I mean, I wasn't even 15 years old yet at that point in my life. So, uh, having nostalgia so strong, I mean, that wasn't even a thing. But um, I got on this version probably 2 years ago when I started this channel. This was an element of why I even made my channel, because I really like the old Minecraft YouTube and the Golden Age Minecraft Reddit and all that. I just thought it was cool, and that's besides the point. But usually you get on and play an old game you like just for the memories. You play it for like a day or so and you're done with it. The nostalgia wore out. But as you can see, and as you've seen from many other videos, I have played on this world for almost 2 years now. The pace of which I get on it's definitely declined, but still, it's a huge world and there's a lot to it. Many hours on it, more than just a singular day, as I mentioned before. But why why does this happen? Why would someone play a game so old? And I think it really does come down to one thing, and I think that's imagination. I think we're hardwired to want to think, I want to discover, want to create. And I think that the old games, you would have to you'd have the game, but then the game itself would kind of, everything you could do, you would do, and you'd be done with the game, and there was nothing else the game could do for you. So to continue to play the game, you would have to make up things and make up stories and make up things to do with your friends or by yourself, uh, to keep enjoying it. I can vividly remember doing this on old Tony Hawk games. Like, you'd beat the whole game and do all this stuff, and you'd just be left to skateboard, and that was it. And I can just vividly remember growing up playing those games, and after the games, I beat the story and did all that. I can remember just skating around and making up missions in my mind and like why I was doing certain things. And that was fun. And I think that was the case. And I did that on other games too, but that's just one memory I can remember off the top of my head. And that's just one memory for a game. And I think that's the same with Minecraft. I think that and Minecraft's kind of a double-edged sword, because essentially it is the newer versions are essentially the same. Like, it's Minecraft just with more stuff. Uh, but I think this version and even ones before it really hit a good area of the amount of stuff you have with the lack. And I think that's why people are drawn to this, because it just gives you the right amount to where you can build stuff, but you also have to be creative and imagine and do things. And I think that's why these versions are also eerie too, because I mean, we're all adults and understand now that there's no stuff hiding out in the fog out there and stuff, which, it's still eerie. Your brain still wants to make things up and imagine. I think our brains go the worst case scenario. I think that's why when you were younger and thought of Herobrine and all that, and that was fun. Like, that was, I think, what made it so special was just the imagination aspect of it, and why so many people were drawn to this game at first. I think if you told someone, when this game, before this game was even conceptualized, a game where you just, all you have is blocks and you build stuff, I mean, yeah, that kind of would probably have appeal to some people, but for the vast majority of people, I don't think that would sound very entertaining for that long a time. But lo and behold, this game came out, and I think it forced people to use their imagination in a way that was essentially lost. And I know I'm kind of sidetracking on why Minecraft became popular. Not so much the why we play this older version, but I truly do believe that a big element of it just does come back down to imagination and the lack of using it in today's society. And I do miss that. I do miss the games now just have, and it's a good thing, like the people, they put a lot of time into adding things to games so you can keep playing it and playing it and playing it, but I think that just makes us numb to, I think it's made it worse, because there's so many games out now that I, like, in my mind I want to play, but it's like there's just so much to do, flashing at your face. It's almost overwhelming to a sense where you just don't want to play it at all. I think that's why I'm drawn to this older version of the game, because there's just not, like, it's up to you what you do. It's not, there's no goal, there's no boss to beat at the end, there's no something to find to beat the game. I think it's just join in, do what you want, and you have to make what you want to make out of it. There's no story, there's no progression, the progression is user created. It's what you want it to be, and I think by making that up in your mind, I think that's really why this became so popular. People playing these older versions, because the progression is you. There's no one telling you what you can do. That's kind of parallel to real life. The progression of your life is essentially up to you. Different topic, but still, it's the imagination. It's the core belief, and I think I've tried to formulate that over the years. I just could never really get it out, and I think for whatever reason it just hit me the last couple weeks, and I finally was able to really dive deep into why I think people play these older versions, and older games for that sense. But I don't know, I would be curious to see what you guys think, what your opinions are about that. I mean, for God's sakes, it must be something, because I not only had this one, I mean, we had a beta server for a while, and to go into all the effort to do that, I mean, it must have really been special to me and a lot of other people. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the topic. That's the video. Sorry about that. My microphone cut out for a second, but I accidentally hit the button. I was trying to grab my coffee and take a drink and hit the stop button. But anyways, I was pretty much done anyways. I didn't want to leave, people watch till the end here without a outro. But I'm back on track to uploading once a week here. 2 weeks in a row of uploading once a week, so I'm proud of that. Like I talked about in the last video, definitely trying to get back on track. My goal is to get back to uploading at least twice a week. I think that was a really good spot for me in the channel. I appreciate everyone that watched the video last week. I know I'm kind of out of the algorithm now, so I know some people it doesn't pop up on their feeds anymore. But again, for the amount of views it got and the like ratio, I really appreciate that. That does mean a lot to me as well. So I'm gonna quit rambling. Use your imagination more. Play some older games. I think you'll really enjoy it, and I think you'll unlock something in your brain that you miss and you should use, and I think it'll make your life better. So that's the end of the video, and happy holidays. I know it's getting towards Christmas, and God bless you all.